Hi everyone, welcome back to the Zoho Forms series. In episode 3, we will step into the settings tab, focusing on the general section. These settings control how your form appears, when it's active, how the thank you response works, and more. Let's dive right in. Let's look at the display settings under Settings, General, Display. These control how your form header, text direction, language, and the submit button label appear to respondents. Form header. The form header is the title and description section that appears at the top of your form. In display settings, you can choose to show or hide this header. If you hide it, your form will start directly with the fields, which can look cleaner when you already embedded a custom heading in your page. Text direction. Text direction controls the direction in which text flows on your form. The default is left to right, suitable for most languages like English, Hindi, etc. But if your target audience is one that reads right to left, such as Arabic, Hebrew, Persian, you can switch the setting to RTL. This ensures the fields, labels, and input boxes align correctly for those language scripts. Form language. Form language allows you to set which language your form labels, system messages, and defaults appear in for respondents. When you select a language here, the built-in UI system texts like submit, error messages, validation hills will display in that language. You can also customize those labels manually later if needed. Submit button label. Finally, Submit button label lets you change the default label text that appears on the button respondents click to send the form. Instead of the generic submit, you could use more action-oriented text like apply now, get started, register, or join. If the form is for a free trial, label it start free trial. It makes the action clearer and more compelling. Next is thank you page and redirection. What the respondent sees or where they go after they submit. Go to Settings, General, and click on Thank you page and redirection. You will see options to use plain text or rich text message formats. Plain text is just a simple acknowledgement, whereas rich text allows HTML, links, tables, merging field values, images, etc. You can include a link to let respondents submit another response. Optionally, you can link to download a PDF of their responses. You may choose to redirect a user instead of showing thank you page to another form, a website URL which can be opened in same window, new window, or parent window. You can also pass form field values to the redirection URL as query parameters. Optionally, you can show a splash message for a few seconds before redirection. You can also insert Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel tracking code for conversion tracking on the thank you page. Now, let's move to the date and time settings. These control how date and time are captured, displayed, and interpreted in your form and its submissions. Under Settings, General, Date and Time, we will see a few important options. Date format. Date format lets you choose how the date appears. This matters especially when your respondents are from different geographies, so the date doesn't get misinterpreted. Time zone. Time zone defines which time zone the form uses to interpret date or time values. This is critical, otherwise the timestamps might default to a system or server time zone, which could lead to confusion. Calendar language. Calendar language affects how months, day names, and other calendar labels appear in date pickers, the UI your respondents see when they click on a date field. Holidays list. The holidays list option lets you define dates that are considered holidays or non-working days. These can be grayed out or disabled in date pickers so respondents cannot pick those dates. Next, we will configure form availability under Settings, General, and Form Availability. This determines when and how your form can be accessed. The main options are Always, form stays open all the time, Between dates, open only from a start to an end date, Between dates and time, restrict not just by date but also specific hours. Additional restrictions: daily submission limit. This can cap how many entries per day is allowed. Date range, recurring monthly. Limit access to specific days each month. Specific days. Allow only certain weekdays. Specific time. Restrict to certain hours within allowed dates. Submission based restrictions. Restricts number of submissions. Global maximum entries. Restrict to one submission per IP. Block duplicates from same IP. Restrict to one submission per respondent. Only one submission per logged in user. Under SMTP, you can configure your own email server so your form notifications come from your domain. Under Control Panel, click on Add Server. Enter the server details like display name, server name, port, username, password, and connection type. Later, you can verify sender email so the form address is valid and not marked spam. You will also be able to choose whether form notification emails to you, team, or respondents use this SMTP or default Zoho server. Next, let's look at the Others section under General Settings. Here you will find three main options: delimiters, respondent IP, and form submission. Under delimiters, you can choose how names and addresses are separated, that is by a comma, semicolon, space, or new line. This helps when exporting data for reports. Then we have respondent IP. Enable this if you want to collect IP addresses of form respondents. It's off by default for privacy reasons. Finally, in form submission, you can prevent accidental submission when the enter key is pressed. This is useful for long forms. Once you have made your selections, click Save to apply the changes. In the next video, we will focus on the email and notifications settings. You will learn how to send automated emails to you, your team, or respondents.